African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 24th of November, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Kharkiv direction inflicted damage on the manpower and equipment of the 95th Airborne Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 5th Border Detachment of the Border Service of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Lipsy, Odnorobovka, and Vovchansk in the Kharkiv region. The counterattack of the 92nd Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 13th National Guard Brigade was repelled. The Ukrainian armed forces lost up to 50 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, 26 cars, and a 122mm howitzer D-30. 2 electronic warfare stations were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position, defeated the formations of the 60th, 63rd, 67th Mechanized, 25th Airborne Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 35th Marine Brigade, and the 119th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Petropavlovka, Zelenigai, Zagrozovo, Kupiansk in the Kharkiv region, Yampolovka, Torskoye in the Donetsk People's Republic, and the Serebryansky Forestry. For counterattacks by assault groups of the 14th, 53rd, 115th, and 116th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The enemy lost over 440 servicemen, an infantry fighting vehicle, 4 pickups, a 152mm D-20 gun, 155mm and M198 howitzer, and 2 US-made 105mm M119 guns were destroyed. An enclave and electronic warfare station and an ammunition depot were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 24th, 93rd Mechanized, 56th Motorized Infantry, 46th Airmobile, 79th Airborne Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and the 37th Marine Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Daknoy, Chesavyar, Alexandro-Sheltino, Suyili, and Kurakovo of the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy's losses amounted to 500 servicemen, 3 vehicles, a 152mm Stubby howitzer, and a 105mm L119 gun made in Great Britain. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces continued advancing deep into the enemy's defenses, defeated the formations of the 24th, 37th, 100th Mechanized, 152nd Infantry Brigades, the Shkval Assault Battalion of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the 1st National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Shevchenko, Katarinivka, Klebenbyk, Zaria, Novaya Poltavka, and Ulikli of the Donetsk People's Republic. 10 counterattacks by units of the 23rd, 66th, 117th, 151st, 157th Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 35th, 38th Marine Brigades, and the Light Assault Brigade of the National Police of Ukraine were repelled. The enemy lost up to 380 servicemen, a US-made Max Pro armored combat vehicle, 2 cars, a 152mm D-20 gun, a 152mm Stubby howitzer, 2 122mm D-30 howitzers, and a 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery unit. Units of the East Group of Forces improved the position along the front line, inflicted damage on the manpower and equipment of the 47th Artillery Brigade, the 101st, 113th, 120th, and 241st Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Novy Komar, Razliv, Konstantinopol of the Donetsk People's Republic, and Temirovka of the Zaporizhia region. The counterattack of the assault group of the 123rd Territorial Defense Brigade was repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 145 servicemen, a U.S.-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 3 vehicles, 2 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzers, a 152mm AUC3I self-propelled artillery unit, and 2 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery units. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on formations of the 60th Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 103rd and 126th Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Molotov-Machka, Kamenskoye in the Zaporizhia region, Velitinsk, Poniatowka in the Kherson region, and the city of Kherson. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 30 servicemen and 2 vehicles. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian Armed Forces groups damaged the infrastructure of military airfields, production workshops, and storage sites for unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in the 141st District. 44 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles were shot down by air defense systems. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 649 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 36,603 unmanned aerial vehicles, 586 anti-aircraft missile systems, 19,496 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,492 multiple launch rocket system combat vehicles, 18,472 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 28,701 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.